And the Money Magnet Show is where we talk about how to make money, manage it, multiply it, and of course, maximize it. I want to say a very big good morning to everyone listening to me wherever you are listening from, car, home, on the road, anywhere you find yourself. And the Money Magnet Show is where we talk about how you can take advantage of making some extra income. Okay, this is I Impact 102.1 FM, and we are good to go. So yesterday I said we are going to be looking at how we can, we're going to be looking at travels, and generally we're going to be looking at it on a broader perspective. And the major reason why I decided to take that topic is because of quite a number of people falling into the hand of scammers, getting across to me. I believe that sharing this with them is going to really be of help to a lot of people. Okay, so this morning we're going to be talking about if I want to get a visiting visa, or a student visa, or a work visa in probably UK, US, and Canada, what are the things I need to know and what are the things I need to put in place? And that's what the show is all about this morning. And I also have Jide here with me. Jide, you want to say good morning?
Good morning, Lagos.
Okay, I don't know if Lagos is hearing you. But whatever.
Lagos, so good to be here.
Okay, good. Whatever the case is, we are going on a short break. When we are back, we dive into the show. Stick around, don't go away.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
Be successful, Sammy, at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sammy.
Hitting you from the very top of High Impact Universe. Are you listening? Like what you hear? Reach out to us now and let us know how clear our signal is from where you're listening. Call us on 0700 1021 1021 or chat with us via our WhatsApp on 0907 224 5018. You could also send us your feedback via our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. We would love to hear from you. Keep listening to your number one urban lifestyle station, High Impact 102.1 FM. Are you looking for an avenue to blast your brand? Why not let us be your detonator at High Impact Radio 102.1 FM with Got You Covered. For advert placement, sponsorship, partnership, call us on 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, 0902 745 3931, or send an email to info@highimpactstudio.com.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
Be successful, Sammy, at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sammy.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Sammy.
Welcome back, and this is still the Money Magnet Show. So, talking about visitors visa. So, I'm going to divide the visa into three: visitors visa, study visa, and work visa. Okay, so in some cases they call the visitors visa tourism visa. So let's assume, let me just take UK, Canada, and then US. Now, so let's assume you want to travel to the UK and you want to go on visiting visa. Now, visiting visa generally is something that allows you to see the country the way it is, take part in some few events, and maybe use some times in some nice places there, and then you are back home. And averagely 6 months within Max of 6 months is what you can use at a stretch in the country for any reason, and then you are out again before you are in again. Now, if you are applying for a visitor's visa in the UK, the first period visa they will give you is for 6 months. Then you can then take it to 2 years, then you can take it to 5 years, then you can take it to 10 years, you can take it to 20 years. For them to give you the visa, you need basically 4 things. Number 1, you need a travel history. What is travel history? Travel history talks about your travel experience. Have you been to any other country before? Okay, and I do advise, of course, you won't say I've been to Ghana, I've been to Togo. So if they are going to consider you, they believe you should have traveled to a country probably outside your continent, okay, maybe 1 or 2, minimum of 1. So if you say I've traveled to Dubai, then I've traveled to Ghana, that's acceptable. Compared to I've traveled to Ghana, I've traveled to Togo. Okay, so you need at least somewhere outside your continent, a minimum of 1. So that's travel history, and then you are able to show that you travel there and you come back. And the time difference between the time you are applying for that visa and the time you are traveling is not so far away. That's number 1. Number 2, you must prove to them that you have sufficient fund to take care of your trip and your stay while you are there. So whenever you are applying for visa generally, but this time around visitor visa, you have to prove that I have enough fund to take care of that trip. And if somebody is writing an invitation letter for you, which is not necessary in visitor's visa in case of United Kingdom, you could also make the person to put it in their letter that they will take care of they will foot your bill, you're coming and you're going, and they have to show it in their bank statement. If you are the one saying that you are going to foot your bill, you have to also show it in your bank statement. Okay, so showing it in your bank statement, you will need 6 months minimum statement to show that you can take care of your bill. Okay, very, very important. And your balance is also very, very important. Now, if you are in a paid employment, you need to show your pay slip that you are capable of traveling. And if you are in self-employment, you have to also show your pay slip. Now, a white man, a British, believes that when you have a business is separate from you. He believes that the business is a separate entity and you are a separate entity. And that's the normal thinking in the business world. So that you're supposed to pay yourself salary. But you know that that's not our normal thinking in Nigeria. You believe that my business and myself, we are one. I can chop the money of my business. My business can chop my money. No, it's not like that. Okay, so you have to get that understanding on whenever you are applying. Both of you are separate. So you've got to get a 6-month statement showing that you can take care of yourself and showing your pay slip. You are paid from your business. Okay, and there have been cases of people being denied anyway based on the point I just raised. Having said that, you also need to prove that you are going to come back. That's Nigerian ties. And Nigerian ties generally talks about your family. You have the family here. So if you're a man and you are married with children, your wife and children are your ties to Nigeria. Okay, if you have a job here in Nigeria, maybe in a big firm or in a big company, your job is also a tie to Nigeria. It's your tie to Nigeria, rather. So a couple of other things like that are your tie to Nigeria. It proves to them that you are going to come back. Okay. So we have the first one I mentioned is travel history. The second one I mentioned is you are able to fund your trip. The third one is your tie to Nigeria. I'm going to go on a short break. When I'm back, I'll give you one more, and then I move to how do you prepare your study visa. Stick around, don't go away.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back, and this is still the Money Magnet Show. So we have, if you have to go on a visitor's visa, you have to prove that you can fund your trip. You have to prove that you are going to come back. You have to prove that you can be able to take care of your bills, okay, and then that you have a travel history. And I haven't said all of that. One of the basic things you should also put in mind is the fact that when you go on a visitor's visa, you are not allowed to work with it. So when people travel and they work with visitor's visa in the UK, before 2022, that is going to cost you, that can make them to revoke your visa, and then that can make them to send you out of the country. However, we have a lot of Nigerians that travel and then they don't stick by that. They just go ahead and begin to work. And before now, if you are in the UK on visitor's visa and you run away for 10 years, before now, underline that word please, before now, you are to work for 10 years. When you are done for 10 years, then they will now begin to, you can now get a lawyer that can help you apply for your permanent residence and your permission to stay in the country, and then you fight your way through. But now it's 20 years. If you get in with visitor's visa and you disappear and you now want to apply for any other status, you need to use 20 years in the UK, and the police must not have arrested you within the 20 years, because if they do, that person is coming back to Nigeria. Okay, if he goes to buy bread in Sainsbury and is caught with the bread in his hand, that's how he's going to get back to Agege. So let me go on a short break. When I'm back, we talk about Canada. Stick around, don't go away.
Change your life with music, news, drama, sports, fashion, and entertainment. Let's change your life.
Why?
Because we are your urban lifestyle station. High for 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM.
For more information, call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back, and this is still the Money Magnet Show. We are talking about maximizing your money today. You know, it's how to make money, manage it, multiply it, and maximize it. So we are on the maximization side of your money. And one of the ways you maximize your money is that you consider opportunities in other countries that you could use your money for. And you could decide to go on a visit, enjoy yourself, and all of that. So if you are going to do that, there are international regulations that guide that, and that's what we're trying to explore. Now, let's assume you want to go study and you have a choice between UK, Canada, and US. Canada is the cheapest out of the three, followed by US, then followed by UK. UK is quite expensive because pounds is on the high side. And I think, I don't know how much, but I think it's about 900 to 1 naira now. And dollar is about 700 to 1 naira now. But Canadian dollar is a lot cheaper compared to these other two. So if you are going to get a study visa, you want to go for study, then you might want to consider Canada. However, out of these three, UK seems to be a little closer or relatively easier compared to United States. Okay, so that's why a lot of Nigerians go there to study. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, you want to go and work, you want to go and study in the UK. So studying in the UK, before I move to Canada, it's one of the things you have to understand is that they will give you a visa. You can go for your first degree, which is your BSc or BA or whatever, your first degree, okay? Then you can go for your master's, which a lot of people do. Your master's can be 2 years, 18 months, and it can just be, 12 months or 14 months. It depends on which course you are studying. And then PhD is usually between 3 and 4 years. And whenever they give you a study visa, it usually covers yourself, your spouse, and your children. So let's assume you have a boy, a girl, and then you are married. So it covers your husband or your wife, and then your boy and your girl. Okay, so they will be dependent. Your spouse can get a job and work. But what are the things you need to put in place? Number one, you need to get to prove to them that you have funds that can take care of your school fees. Most especially, they want you to have about 28 million naira in your bank account. And that you may not have, but you may have the money to pay your school fees, because the way they do it is that you can pay them as much as 2 million naira at the beginning of the semester or session. You can pay them that and then pay them the rest later. So, but they want to see the fund in your account. So what people do is that they get a bank, and their bank that offers that services, and the bank will put that fund in their account, and then they will present it to the embassy. The embassy will use that to qualify them for the visa, and then they will pay the 2 million or the 3 million in their own that they have with them, and then they will give them the visa. So that's how to get that proof of fund. Number two is you also have to prove to them that you finished from one of the acceptable university. If you are going for masters, okay, you have to prove that to them too. But let's look at some of the old schools where to get transcript is difficult. One of the ways that you can easily get admission is when some of those schools comes to Nigeria and they are doing their road show. You could just pop in and then they give you admission immediately, and that makes it a lot easier. Okay, I've seen quite a number like that right here in Lagos. They get admission and then it makes it a whole lot easier. The other people that have to apply has to go get transcript in school, do this, that, and some of these schools in Nigeria, you understand, to get transcript there, in fact, it's a job on its own. So it's a lot of work. So I haven't mentioned that. So you get that fund, then you also prove to them that you finish from one of the schools that is under their list, and then you also have to prove to them that once you are done with your study, you will be back, even though you might plan to change your intentions. So UK currently give 2 years post-study visa, even though they are pushing the state home secretary is pushing for a review to 6 months, in my own opinion, I feel that they don't need that. But what that means is that when you are done with your study, they want you to stay within UK in 6 months. If you can't get a job, get out. Okay, that's what they are pushing for, but it's not passed into law yet. But the debate is going on. But currently, if you are there, you get a 2 years post-study visa, and then if you get a company that will bring you on, the company can file for you, and then you can stay in the country. Okay, so that's for study visa. And then for work visa, for you to work in the UK as a Nigerian, mostly, let me just go through this very straight away. People in the medical line, they have it as a walkover. So if you are a medical doctor or a nurse, a trained nurse, registered nurse, then it's a walkover. I mean, you just put some paperwork together and boom, you are gone rather. And then apart from that, people in the IT also, there's a big window of opportunity for them currently. So you might also want to consider taking advantage of that. Now, teachers are brought on board as well. Now, teachers, 2 categories. Number 1, TQS teacher. Okay, those are qualified teachers according to British standard that are TQS certified, and then non-TQS certified. So if you want to teach in the UK, let me give you this other method, because I want to wrap up everything that has to do with the UK and jump to Canada now. So let me deal with that now. So you can go online and look for agencies that register teachers in the UK, or agencies that accept teachers in the UK. So let's assume you just have BSc Edu in Nigeria. Those agencies will employ you, but you cannot get £28,000 minimum in a year. They will pay you lesser than that, but they will get you a job in a school, and that can begin to count towards your residency. So if you study something like mathematics, physics, chemistry, and you just study physics, chemistry, biology, you didn't study education. So all you need to do is go for NCE, and within some few months you are done. Add that to it, and it makes you to be qualified to teach in any of those schools. But what they will pay you is different from the qualified teachers according to the British scheme, but you can get that job. The opportunity is massive, and it's very, very easy. The agencies are the one that will get. As I'm speaking to you right now, you can check it out. A lot of Nigerians that know about what I'm talking about are taking advantage of that. Okay, so get that. But if you now have anything education, is an advantage. Let's look at guidance and counseling. It's a great course that is needed in those countries. Why? A lot of those young ones there are into drugs, and if you have guidance and counseling, just sharpen your skill in that area of counseling them out of things like that, and then you stand a big chance. Okay, now I haven't been done with that. For the opportunity currently, UK is taking Nigerian teachers that are interested, and all you need to have is your IELTS. Okay, 5.5 is the band. IELTS test how to speak English, write English, hear English, understand English. So you need to get to a center that conducts IELTS, and then just sign up, and then they will do that for you, give you your score and all of that. Now, there are many centers in Nigeria. I've done a video showing all the centers available in Nigeria for IELTS. Just walk into any of them, pay the necessary fee, and write the test. Collect the result. Is part of what you are going to add to your application to be a teacher in the UK, that is for under the ones that are qualified. The ones that are not qualified don't need IELTS, but the ones that are qualified need IELTS. Okay. Apart from that, you also will need you need your certificate from school, and then you will also need to fill out a form on their site to show that you can be qualified. Okay, I haven't mentioned that. Let me move over to Canada. Visiting Canada requires that someone do you an invitation letter. Okay, you don't have that need in the UK. You need an invitation letter. You need a proof of fund. I've explained that previously. You need to show travel history, and you need to also show them that you are going to come back if you travel for Canada. I'll go on a short break. When I'm back, I'll talk about study visa in Canada, and then I'll jump to US. Stick around, don't go away.
You're listening to High Impact Radio, 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM.
For more information, call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Welcome to On Record.
Every word matters.
What I want to do is to take Nigeria from consumption to production.
My name is Mr. Innocent Chuboma. I started by trading on motorcycle spare parts.
They really ask, how much is the Nigerian life worth?
Policing is everybody's business, not the business of the men on uniform alone.
We will establish student loan 4 years course. Must be 4 years course.
When you dispense, a pharmacist dispenses a drug to a patient, the name of the drug must be written on the envelope.
On Record is a 45-minute program where we discuss the actions, inactions of government, ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as business and health affairs that shape our worldview.
Join us 9 a.m. every weekday on your urban lifestyle station, High Impact 102.1 FM. On Record.
Every word matters.
We have zero tolerance for mediocrity. High Impact 102.1 FM. 0 is a number, 1 is a letter. High Impact 102.1 FM loves you better.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back, and this is still the Money Magnet Show. So we're talking about if I want to go study in Canada, you need a statement of purpose. We call it SOP. You need the proof of fund. You need the admission letter. So you could actually get any school in Canada, and Canada has made it a lot easier. .ca. It's the website you have to go to if you want to get any information on Canada. educanada.ca. It's a major site comprising of all the schools in Canada, the one that will give you post-study visa, the one that will not give you post-study visa. Max, they give you a 2 years post-study visa. Now, let's assume you are a pastor and you are thinking of studying in Canada. You can go through Bible school or seminary. They will also give you a 2 years post-study visa. And when you are there, you can actually finish up and then plant a church. And that it's another opportunity for people that are not in regular school, like that have gone to regular school. But if you if you went to a regular school and you want to do your master's and your PhD, it's quite easy. Okay, so you need the SOP, as I've said. You need to prove that you have your first degree, and if you are going for first degree, you need to show that you have your WAEC. And there are some schools that require IELTS. There are some schools that do not require IELTS in Canada. So my advice is to pick the school that do not require IELTS. Holland College is one of the ones that do not require IELTS. I can't remember quite a number of them, but I've done a video on the list of schools that do not require IELTS in Canada. Some of them are in regions that are very expensive, like British Columbia, Vancouver, and all of that. So what you need to do is look for the school that is suitable for you, get the admission letter. On the basis of the admission letter, you are going to now apply for the study visa. And the study visa, let's assume it's a master's program. It's going to be either 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years, and then they will give you 2 years post-study visa. But if it's a 1 year course, they'll give you a 1 year post-study visa. If it's a 2 year course, they'll give you a 2 year post-study visa. But these days, I think they want to deal more with a course that is more than 1 year. They didn't put it out in law, but IRC, with the way they are giving the visa out, is showing that it's like they are tending towards that. So they may want you to stay longer because that will bring in more money for them, and then school fees and all of that. I will mention that. So you need to prove that you can go to that school. You need all of that other ones too. So Canada is a lot easier to get permanent residence compared to the United Kingdom, and it's a lot cheaper to stay compared to United Kingdom. So if you go there to study, it's cheap, and it's something that you want to consider. So let's move over to the let's talk about work visa. Work visa in Canada is similar to US. Okay, so United it is similar to UK, but let's look at this option. If you are a professional in Nigeria and you want to move over to Canada, and your wife is also a professional, you can actually apply for Federal Express Entry, even though that takes a longer time now, but it's still one of the routes that is good. You put in all your application, and they look at it and get back to you. They pool. What do I mean by the pool? They look at all the application, they run a pool, and then pick a couple of people, and if you fall among them, beautiful. So they give requirement. The younger you are and the more educated you are, the more likely you are going to get to go to Canada on permanent residence. I don't know whether I'm saying that clearly, but let me rephrase what I've just said. So let's assume you are you are done with school, you are done with your first degree or your master's at 22, and you are done with your master's at 22. By 26, you are married, and your wife done with her school at 24, and maybe both of you are maybe 30, 28. You stand more chance compared to someone that is 52 and the wife is, let's say, 51. So the younger you are, it's the more chances you stand. That's one thing with Canada. They are looking at what can you contribute to our economy, and they believe that if you have your strength intact, you can be able to. So Federal Express Entry work on the basis of that little explanation I've just mentioned. Now, if you get any job offer in Canada, it also gives you the opportunity to work in Canada. Now, if you go to canadajobs.co.ca .gc.ca, okay, If you go to that site, it shows you all the available jobs in Canada. I know a lot of people used to go to Indeed.com, but that's not the government site. The government site, actually, it's what I've just mentioned, jobbank.gc.ca. Jobbank, don't forget it, .gc.ca. Okay, so if you go to that place, that is actually the Canadian government job site where you will get the available job in the country. And when you get a job there, your employer can file a LAMA for you, then you come in and then begin to work. Another way to go about getting job in Canada is you go through a visitor's visa, and when you get there, study a course under 6 months, maybe truck driving or health care worker, or probably you've learned some bit of hairdressing and hairstyling in Nigeria, and you get there, you get certified, then you flag pole, and then you go back into the country, and then you are able to get a job. So I haven't said all of that. I am on the side of the Canadian government, that is jobbank.gc.ca, Government of Canada. That's what you find there. Your career starts is search 123,000 jobs opening in Canada. So that's where I am right now. And then I want to look at some worker, foreign candidates from outside Canada. Let me click on that category and see the job opportunity there. So I'm going to begin to take questions when I'm back from this break. For you to call us and join me in the studio, you need to call this line 0700 1021 1021. That's the phone number with which you need to call me right now, 0700 1021 1021. And you can send us a WhatsApp message, 0907 224 5018. What I'm dealing with here, it's a little bit mouthful today, and that's why I use the whole time on travel. So you can actually get a job on that platform. Okay, so let me look for one simple job on that platform. What job will I look for? Okay, maybe if anybody call in, it can give me a sample of the job that you would like to go do in Canada. I'm going to search on the government website and see where the job is available in Canada and check how to apply, and then we pick it up from there. Okay, so I haven't said that. 0700 1021 1021 is the phone number with which you can reach me right here in the studio, and 0907. Okay, I have a call. The name and where you are calling us from? Hey, who is there? We lost that call. So 0907 224 5018. I go on a short break. When I'm back, I'll take more calls. Stick around and go away.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. The successful Sami at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sami.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Sami.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. The successful Sami at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sami.
Welcome back. If you have questions for us, okay, we have a call. Your name and where you are calling us from? Hello?
Hello,
okay.
Sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your name and where you are calling us from?
My name is Stephen. I'm calling from Ishaga, Iju Ishaga.
Okay, talk to me, Stephen. What's going on?
Actually, I would just want to find out about the teachers based on the UK stuff.
Okay.
They are the one that is going to sponsor the visa, or you be the one to do the necessary sponsoring?
You will sponsor your visa, sir. They will only give you the job. So you have to sponsor your visa, but they will give you the job. So when you are going on that teacher's arrangements, they are going to get you a work visa. There are 3 levels of visa you can use to enter any country, basically. Visit, study, or work. Okay, it's basically those 3. So on the basis of health, there's also a classification, but basically it's divided into the 3, and you have to be the one to sponsor that. So what they give you is the job. You are the one that will pay the fees for that visa to be granted. So now, if you want a company that will sponsor you for free, you want to go to Canada for free, they will sponsor you for everything. Okay, we lost that call. You want to go to Canada for free, then you might want to check out Van Ack. Van Ack will sponsor you from beginning to the end. They will pay your visa fee, they will pay your ticket, they will pay your everything. Okay? And they will get you a job. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Everything. Okay?
Hello.
Hello?
Your name and where you are calling us from?
Yes, good morning.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hello.
You need to turn down the volume of your radio set so that you can hear us.
Yeah. You need to turn down the volume of your radio.
Hello.
Hello, you need to turn down the volume of your radio set because I can hear myself. Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm Alaji Latif from Lagos Island.
Alaji, talk to me, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Please, I just want to have the number of the success on me, so that I can be able to have a private chat with you.
Okay, that's usually a difficult question for me to answer because, okay, what you do is that send your number into our studio line. Our studio line is 0907-224-5018. If you send us a WhatsApp of your number and put it there, that Alaji.
Can you call it again? Can you call it again?
0907 224 5018. So let me go over it 2 more times. 0907 224 5018. That is our WhatsApp line in the studio here. If you send your own number there and you put Alaji beside it, I will remember and I will call you with my own line. The line of our WhatsApp studio our WhatsApp studio line is 0907 224 5018. If you send your own number there, I will now call you with my own number. Okay? So just put there Alaji so that because everybody can just turn to Alaji all of a sudden. So put the name so I'll be able to recognize. Okay. 0700 1021 1021 is the number which you can use to join us in the studio right now. And if you want to send us a WhatsApp message, 0907 224 5018. So I have a WhatsApp message there, and I'm trying to get that question. So the guy is saying, good morning, sir. Can I see a crane operator job in Canada? Yes, you can get a crane operator job in Canada. So right away now, let me look for crane operator job in Canada. I'm searching for that for you from the website of the government of Canada, and let us see the results. Okay, we have a call. So while the call is going on, I'm going to be picking up that job. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello. Good
morning.
My name is Ashwadi from Ogun State.
Talk to me, sir.
Yeah, I just want to know, probably if there is any help you could do to help us file up the documents in case some of my people or my youngest won't have interest to go there.
To help do what? I didn't get that.
To help us pilot the documents. So in case if we have an interest.
I don't do filing, okay? So what you might want to get is a lawyer that can do that job, okay? So there are lawyers that can do that job that are registered with IRCC. So, and those lawyers, they will charge their fee, but you can check them up online to be sure that they are registered with IRCC. IRCC is...
But is there anyone you can refer?
Yes,
also?
That's what I'm trying to explain. That even if I refer anybody to you, you still need to check them whether they are registered with the Canadian government. And if they are registered with the Canadian government, that's when you can go ahead. Because those ones, once you are using them and they are trying to play you, you can just write to the Canadian government and then they will talk to them and they will behave. They can even withdraw their license. So anyone that you have to use, you have to look at. But their fee is usually on the high side, but their work usually makes sense. So if you send a message to our WhatsApp line, we can look at what to do in that direction. So crane operator. So crane operator. 07. Okay, we have another call. 0700 1021 1021. Your name and where you're calling us from? That's not true. That line. Maybe you need to call us back. 0700 1021 1021. So for crane operator, the person that sent us a WhatsApp message right before me here, I have crane operator job in Canada. One was listed November 18, 2022 at Surrey. Crane operator. Another one at Misango, December 05. Another one at Victoria. Another one at Vancouver. Another one at Spruce. Another one at Spruce Grove. Another one at Richmond. Another one at Waterdown. So different places like that, and they put the salary you are going to have at the end of like the one in Waterdown is $70 per hour. And so what you're going to do is that you go down to that site that I've mentioned, you click on that job. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Salami from Ogun State.
Talk to me, sir.
Please, I want to get information about that FAHAG free Canada travel.
Go to their site www.vanark.com. For you to be sponsored by Van Ark, you must be a programmer or someone that knows about coding. Okay, your ability to write programming. So it could be in any language: Python, CSS, HTML. I know that what I'm saying is strange to some people. Okay, but let me explain it this way. If you want to do anything on the computer, you need to write it in a particular language. It's just like saying that I want to write ABC for children. And when I want to write the ABC for children, I can write it in any language, in Igbo language, in Hausa language, in Yoruba language. Also on the computer, if you want on the internet, or generally IT, if you want to do anything, any programming, coding, you have to do it in a language. The language can now be, instead of Yoruba, Hausa, English, it can now be Python, CSS, HTML, different language. You must know one of the language very well. You must have done writing the language for about 3 years to do any job. I haven't done that. Then it gives you the opportunity. When you get to Van Ark site, you will see all the jobs available that you can pick up on Van Ark. Van Ark will sponsor you. So within the first 2 years, that's the way they used to do it before. I don't know if they have changed it now. Within the first 1 to 2 years, the salary you are going to be receiving, Van Ark will be taking part of it so that they can cover their cost and all of that. So you can just check out that. But if you don't know programming, I don't know if they have any other new thing, but check out on their site. Now, for the crane operator job, you need SSCE. Okay, so that's what you need. You need to be able to speak English. You need 5 years experience. And okay, all the work conditions are here. Let me see. Must that person be in Canada? Let me see. Okay, they are not putting that right there. So what you need to do is, let me assume you get a job on that side. You will go to resume.io. You will see the Canadian standard of making CV. Put your CV in that format. Don't put your Nigerian address, number 2, Ajale Koko, Oshekona Street. You don't need that. Just put your phone number, put it in such a way that, you know, when they are searching for you, it's going to be a WhatsApp number. Okay, so you don't need to put the address. Follow the style on resume.io, and then put your work history of you know, moving crane and heavy duty machines, and then send the CV by email. They will compare if they have to do the paper for you. That's LIMA, with the salary you are going to collect in the first 3 months, and then look at, does he really worth it? Should we bring this guy? They conduct an interview on Zoom, and then you are good to go. My time has gone. I have to go right now. So what we're going to do is that maybe I'll take more questions tomorrow. If you want me to take more questions tomorrow, what you are going to do is you will have to be around tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's what we do here. Even though tomorrow I want to talk about how you can babysit a child from anywhere in the world. You are in Nigeria now, you are babysitting someone. I'm babysitting in let's say Australia, and then you are getting paid. That's what I want to talk about tomorrow. But I see that we have a lot of messages and a lot of calls, so I want to answer all the calls and messages. So I will tidy up with US. I've not spoken about US, so I will tidy up that tomorrow, and we are going to take more questions. So you might want to tell your friend, and then you might want to get cases if you've gotten any refusal before, and you can summarize the challenge you have. Maybe if I look at that, I can provide you an advice that can actually guide you on what to do. On the basis of that, that's all we can take on today's show, and we have to wrap up now. I've got to go. My time is gone. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., you don't want to miss it on iImpact 102.1 FM and the Money Magnus Show. And that's all I can take today. My name is still Successful Sami. I've not changed my name. I've not done another naming ceremony, just like I used to tell you. If I do another naming ceremony, I'll let you know. Okay, but for now, it's still Successful Sami. Till I come your way tomorrow. Successful Sami here, saying remain financially intelligent.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
With Successful Sami at Money Magnus Show.